Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James. Hey, finally not a sheep video. I just released a video earlier on our injured ewe, and I'm waiting for a call back from the vet. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna have to get a little stronger antibiotics for her with her not getting out, or she may need to have a little more treatment on her legs, with maybe getting some swelling out to free her up a little bit. But hey, welcome back to Kansas on a dreary day. Finally, we're getting a little more rain. Not heavy rain, which I like. I like these days where it just kind of barely spits. You know, for the last couple hours, it's just been spitting a little bit. So, wanted to run through the cattle here, show you guys what's going on with them. So let me flip you around so you can see them. So we're doing a paddock move, or just got done completing one. Our grass has been really maintaining itself, even though we didn't get a lot of rain over the last 60 days. It has really done well with the rain that we have gotten, and we have had a number of mornings that have some pretty strong dew. So I've made a decision. We've got a couple different breeds of cattle in here, but the brown hided cattle, these are South Poles. I've decided, after having these guys now for about 6 months, the Carter James is going to be the home of the Kansas South Pole. I just love these guys. These guys came out of Missouri from Sassafras Valley Ranch. These are all steers. We're going to be getting some heifers and some cows a little later this year, but this guy's one of our oldest ones. Man, he's a beautiful animal. Look how slick he is. And folks, that is all grass. He has not been fed grain at all. So I just really enjoy how they look. I like their demeanor. It's going to be tough. He's actually scheduled to go to the processor at the end of January. Haven't gotten to ranching. I really enjoy the life part. I don't enjoy the death part, but I know that's part of it. But try to make him have a great day every day. But he's a beautiful animal. You know, he's got some fly load right now. We're here in the middle of August. We've got some flies. He doesn't have many flies on him. I've noticed these black-hided animals have far more flies. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. He's got some, not many at all. He's pretty slick. You know, you'll notice these cattle aren't real big. That second steer is pretty small, but man, he's got some gut to him. This one we named Socks just because he's got some white socks on the back. Socks has always kind of had some fly load on him, so he hasn't slicked off as well. That's probably why he became a steer. He definitely doesn't get as oily. So here's another one, the black-hided. Look at all the fly load. So we do rotational grazing, try to keep the fly load, get them away from their manure. I do spray them with apple cider vinegar, water, some essential oils, and just olive oil mixture. And then we have supplemented them with garlic in their mineral. This is Sweets. She's the nicest one here. She lets me pet her. She's real good. She has some flies, not awful. But here's our other steer that's scheduled to go to the processor in January. Man, just a beautiful animal. Big gut. Very curious. And here's our painted face. He's one of the younger steers. He'll be around here for about another year or so. But they are just beautiful. Slicked off pretty well. Let's see, I think we have our other young steer over here. So one thing I was going to mention is we just started to ranch this year, 2022, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a background on why. My background is not in agriculture at all. I'm actually from Denver, Colorado, more specifically a town called Parker, which is just south of Denver. I lived in Colorado my whole life. 4 years ago, my wife and I decided to move back to Kansas. This is where she's from. We met out here actually playing basketball in college. And we moved back to Denver. She's a high school math teacher. I was in corporate America, then ran my own business for a while. We ended up moving back here, just wanted to get out of the rat race. And I think just being out in the country, out here in Kansas, I started meeting people in agriculture and was just blown away by what great quality folks they were. Started to learn more about what they do. Actually went and helped some people with their animals, when they'd work their cattle, and just kind of started to get in my blood. So my journey to getting to where I am now with owning a small herd started probably about 1.5 years ago, where I started going helping people working their cattle. I went to cow school. Actually went to the Graham School down in Garnett, Kansas. They actually teach you how to preg check and AI your cattle. You learn all kinds of stuff about them. So I went to that. That was a week-long school. You should have seen the look on some of my corporate buddies' face when I told them what I was doing, sticking my hand where the sun don't shine. They couldn't believe it. But it's a good life. It's good life. It's a lot of work. You know, you're out here in the sunshine, it's hot. You're out here when it's cold. Although I haven't had to do that quite yet through the winter time. But you know, you got to love your animals, and you got to take care of them. So the South Poles are looking great. Looking forward to getting some heifers and cows later this year and growing this herd. Really impressed with these guys. Ironweed. I wish my sheep were here. At some point I hope to get sheep over here. The sheep will eat this, the cattle don't touch it. The sheep could really knock that back. So I've always thought he's a unique painted face. So it's a beautiful animal. So yeah, see, look here on socks. Lots of flies. He's still kind of hairy. So that's definitely why they made him a steer. They must have been able to see that he didn't have a good slick hide. So the cattle are healthy. We've not had many issues with pink eye this summer. Hopefully we can get through the next month without having any of that. You know, the one issue we've had 2 of these steers. They've actually poked their eyes. Might have been on some thorn trees or something, so we had to treat them, but those recovered real well, which is good. You always worry they poke their eyes, make sure they don't lose it. But man, just beautiful. All grass. No grain on these guys. So hopefully that'll be a good eating experience here in 6 months when we're grazing, or when we're raising grass-fed, grass-finished beef. So hey, wanted to shout out to everyone who's joined the channel, was subscribing. I appreciate your comments. I love hearing feedback, different parts of the world, from Canada. It's always fun to interact with people that are in agriculture, even if you're not in agriculture, just with commenting and suggestions. Really appreciate that from everyone out there. So thanks again for watching. Ooh, I was gonna look down here. Can you see everything hopping around? Man, look at all those. They're just crickets everywhere. Those chickens need to get over here. They'd have a heyday. There's lots of life here in the pasture. That's what we like to see. So anyhow, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned to the Carter James Ranch. It's going to be the home of the Kansas South Pole. Everyone have a great day.